Ready? Three,
Yes.
2, 1. Good morning, everyone. My name is Paige Shelva, and I am joined by Francella and Jaden. Imagine you guys are 14 years old and you're running late for school. You stop at a gas station because you're exhausted after staying up late studying for a test that night. While you're paying for a snack, you grab an energy drink because you think it'll help you stay awake during all your classes today. Within just a few minutes, you consumed a huge amount of caffeine, and nobody asked for your age. If you wanted to buy alcohol, tobacco, or vape, you would have to show an ID because those products can be harmful to young people. But energy drinks, which many health experts warn can also be harmful to children and teenagers, can be purchased by almost anyone. I think that's a big problem. Today, I'd like to persuade you that energy drinks should only be sold to people who are at least 18 years old. Energy drinks have become extremely popular over the last several years. They're advertised as products that increase energy, improve focus, and help people perform better at school, work, or sports. But behind the colorful cans and exciting advertisements are products that contain large amounts of caffeine and other stimulants. Today, I'll discuss three main points. First, I'll explain how energy drinks can affect teenagers and health. I'll discuss why so many teenagers drink energy drinks in the first place, and I'll explain why creating an age restriction is a realistic solution that can better protect young people while still allowing adults to make their own choices. So let's begin by looking at what these drinks can actually do to the body. Many people think energy drinks are basically the same as coffee or soda. The truth is that they're much stronger. Many energy drinks contain large amounts of caffeine along with different stimulants. When these ingredients are combined, they can place extra stress on the body, especially for children and teenagers whose bodies are still developing. According to the CDC in 2024, energy drinks can increase heart rate, raise blood pressure, cause anxiety, contribute to dehydration, and make it difficult to sleep. The CDC also explains that American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that children and adolescents should not consume energy drinks because of these potential health risks. The American Academy of Pediatrics, in its 2011 clinical report, found that energy drinks provide no health benefits for children or teenagers. Instead, the report explains that the large amount of caffeine and other stimulants can increase the negative health effects that we are seeing. The concerns don't stop there. The National Institute of Health, through the National Center of Complementary and Integrative Health, 2018 explains that consuming too many energy drinks can interfere with sleep, increase nervousness and anxiety, and may even be linked to risky behaviors among teenagers. Think about that for a moment. Many students drink energy drinks because they're already tired from homework, sports, or staying up late. But instead of solving the problem, these drinks often make it even harder to sleep later that night. That creates a cycle where students become more tired the next day and feel like they need even more caffeine just to stay awake. When doctors and medical organizations consistently warn about the health risks, it's clear that energy drinks are much more than just another drink. Um, Now that we talked about the health risks, let's look at another important question. If energy drinks can be harmful, why are so many teenagers still drinking them? I think one of the biggest reasons is the marketing. Energy drinks companies spend millions of dollars every year advertising their products. Instead of marketing mainly to adults, they zero in on teenagers, hiring professional athletes and social media influencers that teenagers are watching to see them drink these drinks. When young people constantly see them, it's easy to believe these products are safe or even necessary to perform better, or that they're good, or that they just have all the good things. The packaging also plays a role. Big names and bright colors like Monster or Bang are meant to grab attention and make the drinks look exciting. Many advertisements claim that energy drinks improve focus, increase performance, and provide extra energy. While they may provide a temporary boost because of their caffeine content, the advertisements rarely mention the possible health risks. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in 2024, many adolescents consume energy drinks because they believe these products will improve sports performance or help them stay awake, even though excessive caffeine intake can have negative health effects. Another reason is that many teenagers confuse energy drinks with sports drinks. Sports drinks are designed to replace fluids and electrolytes after exercising or working out. Energy drinks, on the other hand, are stimulant beverages that often contain much higher amounts of caffeine. The only problem isn't the problem isn't only what's inside the can, it's also how these products are presented to young people. Um, Advertising is powerful because it influences how people think about a product. When companies are using exciting commercials, famous athletes, or influencers, teenagers often associate drinks with success, confidence, and better performance. Advertisements rarely explain how much caffeine is actually inside these drinks or what consuming too much caffeine can do to the body. The Mayo Clinic, in information updated in 2025, explains that too much caffeine can cause nervousness, anxiety, irritability, headaches, rapid heartbeat, and difficult sleeping. These are important facts, yet they are not what companies focus on in their advertising. The advertisements instead focus on excitement, energy, and performance. Imagine seeing your favorite athlete or gaming streamer drinking an energy drink every day. Many teenagers naturally assume that if someone they admire drinks it, then it must be safe. That's why education is just as important as advertising. Young people deserve to know both the benefits that the companies advertise and the health risks that medical experts discuss. If we want teenagers to make informed choices, they need accurate information, not just clever marketing. Now that we've talked about the problem, why it's happening, let's look at the realistic solution. Um, some people may argue that age restrictions are unnecessary because parents should decide what their children are drinking. Parents absolutely play an important role. However, many teenagers buy energy drinks on their own from convenience stores, grocery stores, without a parent even knowing. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration in 2024, children and teenagers can be more sensitive to caffeine than adults, and consuming too much caffeine may cause unwanted effects such as nervousness, increased heart rate, anxiety, and difficulty sleeping. Researchers at the University of California, Davis, in 2024 explained that energy drinks can cause a higher blood pressure, heart palpitations, stress because of their high caffeine content and other stimulants. These effects are especially concerning for young people and those with underlying heart conditions. Because teenagers are still growing and developing, limiting easy access to highly caffeinated drinks makes a lot of sense. An age restriction would also encourage conversations between parents and their children about caffeine and healthy habits. It gives parents more opportunity to guide them in those decisions. I don't think a single law will completely solve the problem, but requiring customers to be at least 18 years or older, along with better warning labels and education, could significantly reduce unnecessary health risks for people. I'm not suggesting that energy drinks should be banned. Adults should have the freedom to decide whether they want to buy or drink a drink. Instead, I believe energy drinks should be sold only to 18 years and old. An age restriction is a practical solution because stores already check IDs for products. So it's not like you're creating a new entire system. Another important step would be adding larger and clearer labels to every energy drinks. Schools can also help by teaching students the difference between sports drinks and energy drinks and discussing healthier ways to stay energized. Parents can also talk with their children about the risks of consuming too much caffeine, help them make healthier choices. Lawmakers can also consider policies that require clearer warning labels and establish a minimum purchasing age for highly caffeinated drinks. Students can also make informed decisions for themselves. Just because a product is easy to buy doesn't mean it's the healthiest choice. When everyone works together, we can better protect young people without completely taking away adults' freedom to choose. We discussed why I believe energy drinks should have age restrictions. First, we learned why these drinks can negatively affect teenagers' health by increasing many different problems. We talked about how energy drinks companies market their products directly to young people through athletes and social media influencers. We discussed a practical solution requiring customers to be at least 18 years or old, adding clever labels, stuff like that. We looked at different evidences throughout different sources. Um, the message is consistent. Consistent energy drinks can pose real health risks for children and teenagers, and they should be treated with greater caution. I'll leave you with one final question. If so many respected medical organizations and health experts agree that energy drinks are not recommended for children and teenagers, should children and teenagers really be able to buy them without any restrictions? And I believe the answer is no. And I feel like this presentation should also change your minds that the answer should also be no. Thank you.